Good morning, and today we will be talking about 40 days which will remain hanging fire for the Ukraine-Russia brawl from the 24th February to 4th of April 2022. I have been writing in all my articles that this time frame, first of all, I predicted that Russia will invade Ukraine on the 24th because the combination that Moon was joining Ketu and both were in 22 Dreshkon and in a malefic nakshatra. So, and as per the chart of invasion, you see in astrology, whatever event takes place, if you open the chart, it pinpoints what all is going to happen. So I had used, it will give most accurate results because the actual happening, the time of the actual happening is known, and that is on the 24th of February, 5 o'clock in the morning, Ukraine, Kiev. So I had made a chart out of that, and I found that the planetary positions are most afflicted, and since there is a Nakta Yoga, when the Lagna Lord and the 7th Lord of the event chart at the time of invasion are not connected, but a third planet is having ittisal with both of them, then that is called a Nakta Yoga, and it is taking place. So it shows that the planet like Moon, a country like Moon, a person like Moon, debilitated Moon, and Varguttam can be responsible for the compromise, for a truce between Ukraine and Russia. Now, this is happening on the 10th of March, but 10th of March, Jupiter is not exactly, Jupiter and Mercury are not having a what do you call a Nakta Yoga with Moon, but there is a ittisal with other planets. But now on the 21st of March there is again a Nakta Yoga, and in the Nakta Yoga Saturn is the planet which is having ittisal with both Moon, Jupiter and Mercury. And what is Saturn? Saturn is the planet for legal things and justice, and that is why the Ukraine has gone to ICJ, and ICJ is putting a pressure on Russia to withdraw the forces from Ukraine. I have predicted that talks will continue. It may not be successful immediately, but on the 4th of April, there are 6 planets which join the Nakta Yoga, and because of the 6 planets, there may be 6 countries, all together putting pressure on Russia. And if this truce does not take place on the, first of all, on the 21st, they don't agree. Maybe they agree to certain points. There is a 15-point program. That is what I've been told. And if they don't agree to the 15-point program, there may be some things which both the countries may agree, and the talks may continue. And on the 4th of April, and then between 21st to 4th of April, it will be fierce fighting if they don't agree on the 21st. And then after the fierce fighting, then Ukraine and Russia may come to a conclusion, and maybe there is a truce. I have even mentioned the time of Kiev, maybe 1400 and some hours. So maybe it is possible that on the 4th, but after a fierce fighting, if the truce does not take place on the 21st, then there will be fierce fighting, and there will be 6 countries which will put pressure, and even if there is no truce on the 4th of April, then things can go very ugly. Then things can take a very ugly shape. But I don't see any nuclear weapons being used, because for nuclear weapons either Mars or Saturn has to be with Rahu or Ketu. They are not conjunct. But on the 4th, there is absolutely, Mars is aspecting Rahu and Saturn is aspecting Ketu degree wise. So definitely there may be a fear of nuclear war, but the nuclear war may not take place immediately. The nuclear war combinations are after 12th of July, as I mentioned, 31st July to 10th of August. So if the brawl between the two countries lingers on, then it can take a very ugly shape. But the question is, will it last all that long? So it may be that particular time there may be brawl between other countries. Maybe it is China, India, maybe it is China, US, maybe it is Russia, US. But this 2022 is prone to brawl which is taking place between the countries, and it will be most explosive, especially after the 12th of July, when Saturn goes in retrogression and falls back in the sign Capricorn in the Dhanishta star, and then Mars and Rahu will be conjunct, forming Angarak Yoga in Aries in square from Saturn, and Saturn will be aspecting Ketu. Fallen Saturn will be aspecting Ketu. So both Rahu and Ketu will be afflicted. And it has been observed, if you look at WW2, it is something parallel. There, those situations in July, August are parallel to WW2. They are even parallel now, but not exactly. We can't say that the WW3 will take place as per the planetary positions. And today when I am talking to you, as per 2 nodes, Rahu is already ingressed in Aries and Ketu is already ingressed in Libra. Mind you, friends, all the astrologers are using mean nodes. Mean nodes should not be used. True nodes should be used, and every month Rahu and Ketu, who are supposed to be retrograde, they go in direct motion. So how will you come to know when they are in direct if you use the mean modes? And direct Rahu and Ketu are most venomous for events like WW1, WW2, for an earthquake, for anything whatsoever connected to untoward happenings. Especially when Moon and Sun are close to Rahu and Ketu. So it is the time for agony and pain. So how would you know which day Rahu and Ketu will be adverse? So friends, mean Rahu and Ketu should not be used. How will you find out? Astrology, you are not supposed to do the, covering up. You have to go in details. And then if you look at the chart of the president of Ukraine, he is running the Marak Dasha of Moon, Jupiter. And Moon, Jupiter are connected to the Marka planets. And on top of it, from the 15th of March, the planetary positions are again taking a very explosive stance. Sun joins Pisces, and there is an aspect of Saturn on Sun. And then there are 3 planetary wars. 3 planetary wars between Mars and, first of all, Mars and Venus. It is just going to be over. On the 21st, there is a planetary war between, Mercury and Jupiter. Then there is a planetary war between Saturn and Mercury on the 27th. And then on the 3rd of August, there is a planetary war between Mars and Saturn. So where is the question? So of the truce, even if they sit down together, they may not agree to all the conditions of Russia and all the conditions of Ukraine. They may not agree. And hence, there is a possibility that it may linger until 4th, and 4th will be the crucial, it will explosion, because Mars is explodes, and it is at what do you call the exaltation degrees of 28 degrees, and Saturn will be also on that degrees, and over the natal Saturn and natal moon of Ukraine. Natal moon of Ukraine is 29 degrees, and over that will be Mars and Saturn exactly at 28 degrees. First of all, it is Saraswati, and then Mars and Saturn over. It's a most precarious time for Ukraine. Its economy will break into pieces. He is not realizing. And then if you look at the chart of Vladimir Putin, he is running the Dasha Chindra of Saturn Jupiter, and then he is suffering because of the cancer cure. And it seems that as per the chart what I have discussed on my website, it seems that he has got a swelling in his brain, and there is a brain disorder also. He can take wrong decisions, and that may prove detrimental. And his dasha, when his dasha of Mercury starts in D8, in D8 Mercury is debilitated. Mercury is debilitated. The Lagna Lord is debilitated, and when the dasha starts, it's not good. His 8th Lord is very strong. So till 8th Lord is Saturn is very strong. So he can meet any eventualities till the dasha of Saturn. But the dasha of Mercury will start somewhere in November 2022. It will be detrimental for him. So in his interest, I think a truce should take place, lest both the countries suffer a lot. Both the countries are going to suffer a lot. Definitely Ukraine is going to suffer more, but at the same time Russia is also going to suffer. And this time period from November will be most prone, most not conducive for Putin, especially when he is not keeping too well as far as health is concerned. So friends, both the countries are in a bad shape, I would say. So this is all, friends, I just wanted to share. And the effect on the stock and financial markets will be adversely hit, because there is a compromise. The story of compromise is going on. They are meeting. So the market has taken a surge, and it has crossed 17,000 mark. And the day when you come to know that there is no truce, again the market will go down. And because the Fed has also increased 0.25 only as far as the interest is concerned, and that had factored in the Nifty and the stock markets. So because there was not much increase, so the stock market has again taken a surge, and they may cross 17,500, and they can even cross 17,700 for the time being. But till there is some adverse news, and when the adverse news comes, then again, especially when the other 6 countries, it also shows the 3rd, 4th April shows that number of countries will take part in this. Maybe it is for the truce, or maybe it is for the aggression to help Ukraine. So this is all, friends. I just wanted to share that all my predictions are proving spot on. I had also predicted that the coastal countries and the Asian countries, Indonesia, Philippines, Japan, can have a earthquake of intensity and tsunami and cyclones. And only yesterday 7.3 intensity earthquake Japan has occurred. A 7.3 earthquake has occurred in Japan. So all my predictions are proving spot on, and I had even mentioned for the truce. Let's see how things come out, whether there is a truce on the 21st of March, but 21st of March, 27th of March and even 4th of April are most venomous time frames for the president of Ukraine, because he is running the Marak Dasha, and Marak Dasha, Mercury is placed in the 2nd house, Jupiter is placed in the 7th house, in the 8th house as the 7th lord, and there is exchange between them, and there is a planetary war between them on the 21st. So both are meeting at the same degrees, and together with moon, there is a Sal with moon also, so it is not good for the president of Ukraine. He has to be careful, he has to save himself from the aircrafts or a missile or anything of that kind. So if his chart is correct, which has been taken from astro.com, if the chart is not correct, then my prediction can go haywire. But you see, the need of the hour is that to predict, and even if the prediction goes wrong, at least we will get some research work done. Until you predict, how can you know what is wrong and what is right? So this is all, friends, I just wanted to share. Please subscribe my channel, and thank you for listening to me, and have a good day. All the best. Bye bye.